Good morning, women. I hope all of you are having a great retreat thus far.
So I was approached by my little sister Becky to talk a little bit about what makes a woman beautiful to me.
I just want to talk to you guys for a second about creation. What was the last thing that God made? He made the sea, the land, the night and the day. He made the animals and the plants, and then he made man. But Adam wasn't the end of creation. Adam needed a helpmate, and so God saved the best for last and created Eve. God didn't make us to be invincible or perfect. He made us to be vulnerable.
All these things, like the materialism and the commercialization and the physicalities, it's not what's really important. I mean, I don't care about the shoes or the shirts or the hats or the socks or the eyeliner or perfume or whatever it is that some people care about. That's not what's important.
So we're talking about what makes women beautiful in a more personal way, not in a sexually objectified or just like a physical way, but what makes women beautiful as persons.
The woman is beautiful who embraces her femininity, who overcomes obstacles with grace, who looks after the most innocent and vulnerable among us. A beautiful woman forgives. She stands up for herself and takes pride in her work. She knows her worth and does not compromise it. And she's patient.
What's important, what I look for in a woman is true kindness, not just being nice, but what is like an actual pure kindness, because that is what's the most important to me, and I think that really shows true authentic love in God's name.
I find beautiful in a woman is just a woman that is confident in herself and is faithful and just being proud of who she is, because the media really kind of puts a damper on how women should act. They want everyone to act a certain way and have lots of makeup, but if you're just proud of who you are and believe in yourself, it's just what I find most attractive in women.
What I find attractive in a faithful woman, just how they care about people and how joyful and happy they are. You don't see that all the time in women who aren't faithful, so I really appreciate that in a faithful woman.
What I find most beautiful in a woman is her sheer joy for just life and the people that are in it.
So the thing I find the most admirable about women is when you guys allow us to take risks, in the sense that you allow us to lead you and fail at leading, but at the same time you pick us up and encourage us to keep going. To us, that means more than you can imagine, to be able to grow in virtue and to take a chance at leading you closer to Christ.
What I think makes a woman beautiful is when she completely and fully owns herself as who she is, as how God made her.
I find it extremely beautiful and extremely attractive when a woman knows who she is as a daughter of God, as a daughter of the Father, and she holds that truth within the depth of her heart, and she's so convicted of it that nothing can change her mind of it.
The importance of knowing who you are and loving yourself first. The confidence that brings when we're not even talking about worrying about what a guy thinks about you, but about what the world can think of someone that knows themselves through Christ. That can change just a whole room. It can change a persona in a whole room.
What I find beautiful in a woman is the joy and confidence and the freedom and gentleness that I think can only come from living a Christ-centered and virtuous life on a day-to-day basis.
What really draws me to any woman is when they show how much they can care and how much other people mean to them. Another person's personhood gets lost a lot of times, but all the powerful Christian women I know in my life are fully concentrated on that. There's such an empathy within women that I think is gorgeous and beautiful and so strong, and I try and take that empathy that I see with these saints and with my sister and with my best friend and with my mother, who are all these incredibly empathetic women, And I try to reflect that as well because I see that as such a strong tenet of our faith, and something that we all need to do, and we all need to exemplify.
Faithful women in my life, I guess the biggest impact they've had on me is challenging me to do better as a man, and just as a Christian in general.
A woman who lives out her faith well and strong, and who prays every day, and who challenges me to become the man that God created me to be. And through her knowledge of her identity as a daughter of God, can challenge me to further recognize my identity as a beloved son of the Father.
Everyone is seeking that someone, the most important person in their life. If I get married someday, I want to know for certain that I am not that someone. I want to know for certain that Jesus is that someone in your life.
If there's a man and you feel like you have to dress in $457,000 outfits and do everything to make yourself look physically perfect, then that's not a man you should be interested in or pursuing, because that's not a true man, and it's certainly not a true man of Christ.
Through faith, you can find that freedom to break off of these social standards that are set that you don't need. No one really needs them to be found beautiful.
No man is worth compromising your dignity and your virtue for. Be authentically yourself. Live out your faith and be a daughter of God, and don't compromise that. Anyone who tries to influence you otherwise does not love you and does not care about you in the way that you deserve to be treated and loved. So stand up for yourself in those situations, and if you need help, you give me a call.
So just women out there, don't be afraid to care, and don't be afraid to show people that you want the best for them.
And I actually also want to say to all of you ladies at the retreat, you have amazed me. You really have. Every single one of you, except for the ones I don't know, as I haven't met you yet. But those of you I know, and I know you're there, you really have you blow me away, because I see you being welcoming to people. I see you caring about people, being kind to people. I mean, you put up with me, okay? And that's something else on its own.
And this is going to sound like the biggest cliche in the world, but I'm a cliche kind of guy, so I promise you it's true. You are wonderfully made.
Not really sure how to end this, but peace.